Okay, class, let's go ahead and find our seats. Miss Kayla, thank you very much. So today, to start, I want you guys to just make a list of things you would bring if you were going to Mars. You may be thinking, I've never been to Mars. I haven't either. I don't know what to bring. So if you're stumped, think about a long trip, maybe a long car ride you've gone on and what you've brought. You'll have about 30 seconds. Sorry, just had like an animal in my throat. And then we will move on. So go ahead and do that. Oh, that's good. I would bring that too. Okay, go ahead and finish up your list. They're looking very good. You guys have lots of things. Now what I want you to do is turn and talk with a partner about what you would bring, maybe something really silly you thought of, and we'll share out in another minute.
I said I'd bring
snack
food,
and water.
our car because
And
we
my
have
phone.
to be able to
And
drive,
groceries.
money because you can't live without money, my mama because my mom is my best
I said I would
friend,
bring food,
a
gas,
kitty
a rocket
because
to get there.
That's a good idea.
my kitty
Some plants so that I
is
can grow my own food.
so cute and I just want to cuddle
Some
her all the
friends and
time.
family.
And my blankie because I can't sleep without my blankie.
Filter water. I went down with the basics, the water, food, maybe some money.
Oh, I forgot about clothes. That's a little important.
Some money, because you don't know what souvenirs are up there,
That's true.
Some clothes, some games for the ride.
Nice.
Gotta get the chargers, because never know what we're gonna find.
My mom's phone
Our
always
new
dies.
discoveries.
These are.
I forgot my phone.
Well, you are in 4th grade. Do you really have a phone?
My mom said no.
Same. So now what we're gonna do is everyone's gonna stand up out of their seats, and I'm gonna call on your name, and you're just gonna share super duper fast. We're gonna give one word rip around. You know these, you love these. We're gonna share one thing we would bring. Okay, Tessa,
A car.
Kendall,
Money.
Kayla,
Friends.
Megan.
Plants.
Those are all so good. Those are really good. I think one thing I know I would want to bring is, it's December. It's almost Christmas. I love advent calendars. I would bring my advent calendar to count down and have some chocolate as I do it. Okay, we're all gonna go back to our seats. And now I'm going to read Discovering Mars. This is our new book. I'm just going to read part of it today, but if you really love it, it will be in our library after we finish class, so you can go back to it and read it. So, I'm going to start, let me find my page, with the red planet. Not all specks of lights you can see in the night sky are stars. Some of the brightest lights are actually planets. Even before telescopes were invented, people could tell the difference between planets and stars in the sky. Can anyone tell me what a telescope is? Tessa?
It's like the little tube you look at to see stars.
That is right. It is an instrument or a tool that scientists use to see stuff that is super duper far away and make it really clear. But, so Mars is actually a planet that you don't need a telescope to see. So I'm gonna read a little more about that. The steady points of light that change position from week to week are planets. Stars, however, stay in the same place and twinkle. We can see the 5 planets with the naked eye: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But Mars looks different from the other planets. It appears reddish. You can see Mars without a telescope. It looks like a pink or orange star that remains bright and doesn't twinkle. So now you guys are gonna have to go home tonight and tell me if you can see Mars. Just gonna skip a few pages. These are fun, but we don't need them for our lesson. Here we are. Exploring Mars from Earth. Radio and television programs, books and movies invent a lot of stories about Mars, but astronomers have been making exciting true discoveries about the red planet for centuries. In 1877, the astronomer Asaph Hall made an astounding discovery. He found that Mars, like Earth, has a moon. In fact, he saw that Mars has two moons. He named them Phobos and Deimos, after the sons of the war god Ares in Greek mythology. So that's Phobos and that's Deimos. They kind of look like potatoes. See, Phobos looks like a big black potato in the sky. It tumbles about as it circles Mars. Phobos is the larger of the two small moons, but its widest diameter is only 17 miles. In comparison, Earth's moon is much bigger, more than 2,000 miles in diameter. Phobos travels around Mars in a set path known as its orbit. Have you guys heard the word orbit before? Kendall, would you like to tell us what orbit means?
It means it moves around it.
Exactly. To orbit something is to move around it in a circular motion. So planets like Earth and Mars orbit the sun, and moons orbit those planets. The orbit of Phobos comes very close to Mars and circles only about 3,750 miles above the surface of Mars, while Earth's moon orbits on average 240,000 miles away from our planet. Mars' other moon, Deimos, has the same potato shape as Phobos, but it is even smaller. Its widest diameter is just over 9 miles, and Deimos' orbit is much farther away from Mars, on average about 12,000 miles. Phobos below and Deimos up here are probably asteroids that were caught in Mars' gravity long ago. Okay, time out from Mars. A year is the time it takes a planet to make one trip around the sun. The length of that year is depending on two things: how far the planet must travel and how fast it's moving. Planets further away from the sun have longer orbits than closer planets do. Earth's orbit is about 584 million miles around, but Mars, which is one planet farther from the sun than Earth, has an orbit of 888 million miles. Also, Earth moves faster than Mars. Earth travels around the sun at a speed of 66,500 miles per hour, while Mars travels at a speed of about 54,000 miles per hour. A year and a day. 1 year on Earth is just over 365 days. Mars' longer journey and slower speed. It takes the planet much longer to complete a full loop around the sun. A year on Mars is 687 days. This means that a year on Mars is nearly twice as long as a year on Earth, but a Martian day is a little longer than an Earth day. How's that possible? Each planet in the solar system spins or rotates on its axis at the same time that it orbits the sun. A day is the time it takes a planet to turn all the way around on its axis just once. It takes the Earth 24 hours to make one complete spin, so our days are 24 hours long. Mars rotates on an axis more slowly than Earth does. Its somewhat slower speed makes the Mars day a bit longer than Earth day, but not by much. It takes Mars 24 hours and 37 minutes to completely turn around on its axis. And that is all we're reading for today. I know that was a lot, but just a quick thumbs up, thumbs down. Did we get what an axis is? Looks great. Everyone seems to get it. So now we're going to turn and talk with our partner about what our favorite thing from the book was. Just talk for about 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, not 30 minutes.
I'd
how
say
they look like potatoes.
I also like that they looked like potatoes,
That's pretty
and
cool.
I also
They're
liked
different
that
sizes, so that was pretty cool.
Mars
They're smaller than
Mars, like you can
but,
see it at
the
night,
planet
like
is bigger than
even
you can
without
see
like
it
a
without a
telescope.
telescope.
That's kind of cool.
I thought it was cool that there was different times of day. Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
Those are all very good things. Kayla, would you like to share with the whole class what you heard?
I like how they look like potatoes.
That's very good. I like that too. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up, get a little wiggle break out if you need to, and our paper collector from each group is gonna come up to the front of the room and grab a worksheet, grab enough for your whole table group, and I'm gonna come around and pass out these articles. So go ahead and do that now.